Alrighty then.
Ugh.
Guess what, everybody? It's time to talk movies.
How you doing?
How you doing out
Do you
there?
like movies?
What was the last movie you watched? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, call in.
Call in.
Call in.
The phones are lighting up.
Yeah, phone lines are full. We'll get to the calls at some point. Just hang on. We'll get to you.
Yeah. But yeah, it's another movie talk episode with Kevin and Mike. And today we're talking about Us, the Jordan Peele film.
I thought we were going to talk about
Peele?
me and you.
Oh.
Like us.
You want to talk about us?
Yeah, like our friendship. But we can talk about the movie too. I did watch that, unfortunately.
And we're talking about Shaun of the Dead, and this is our late
Classic.
Halloween episode.
I don't think it'll really matter.
Nah, it doesn't
Like
matter.
when people go back and listen to the episodes later,
Uh-huh.
they're not going to know unless you date them. Do you date them? Do you date the episodes?
They're published on a certain date, so,
Sure.
it always has a timestamp on it.
So it'll say that this is November and we're doing Halloween.
Well, they're just a couple Halloween-ish movies.
Yeah, fuck it,
you
yeah.
know what? It could have been any time we could have done these movies.
True.
I don't know where I'm going with
Shaun
that.
of the Dead is a classic that you can watch
I
at
know.
any time of the year. It doesn't have to be on Halloween,
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. What's
Well,
been
it's
up, my
kinda weird
friend?
just looking forward and talking,
Yeah.
but we can
It
sort of
Are you
angle each other
comfortable?
to ourselves. Yeah. Anyways, we'll get this shit started, and we'll do a snapshot. We got some cracklies. Hopefully these mics hold up for us this whole episode.
I'll do my best to hold up.
And what should we do for the snapshot? Zombie?
Yeah, that's better than whatever we would do for us.
I know, right?
I don't know what you would do for that.
Kick it. So, yeah. Woo. It's another movie talk episode. Did you watch any other movies besides these two?
I did.
All right.
You probably watched
Let's
more
get
than I
into
did.
it.
Do you want to go movie for movie, or you want to go first?
Yeah, if you want, we can go movie for movie.
Okay. I watched Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Again.
Michelle Yeoh.
Michelle Yeoh.
Bring a tear to your eye.
What is this, the third time you've seen it?
This is my second time.
Oh, second.
Yep. So
Groovy.
good. Such a good movie.
Groovy, baby.
Enjoyed it. Well, because we watched Crouching Tiger last time, when she was in that.
Crackles.
I think it's you.
I know.
You're crackling. Yeah, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, great movie.
Fantastic movie. Definitely recommend.
Mm.
Recommendation.
It's got everything in that movie, literally.
Yeah, and it's all at once. So,
Yeah.
good movie.
Good times. I watched Our Idiot Brother. Have you heard of that one?
It's got Paul Rudd,
Paul
right?
Rudd and,
I've
yeah.
scrolled by it before.
Zoe Deschanel and
Love Zoe Deschanel,
I know,
dude. She's so
pretty.
I love her in Elf.
Oh,
A lot of people are like hate or love Elf.
Well,
I
she was
love
blonde
Elf.
in that movie, right?
Yeah,
She looked weird in that movie.
I love her in that movie. I love Elf. It's like a Christmas staple. She's just so warm and charming to me. I love her.
I know, she's great. And then what's her fucking name? Shit. I forget.
Okay.
Forget who else is in it. The chick from The Office.
Oh, the redheaded lady?
No, but one of the other.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's got a weird name. Anyways, it was a pretty good movie. Paul Rudd. I like Paul Rudd in that movie.
I have a Paul Rudd movie on my list too.
He's very cool and like super chill in that movie.
Paul
Just like a hippie kind of dude.
He's kind of Paul Ruddish and good in most things he's in.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you can
This is like pure fucking Paul Rudd, I guess. I don't know, in a way.
if you can like make millions of dollars just by being yourself in movies, dude, more power to you.
Be yourself.
Because I don't feel like he really does like real deep characters a lot of the time. He's kind of like Paul Rudd in all the movies he's in.
Yeah,
like,
pretty
that's
much.
Great. Same thing with like Ryan Reynolds. He's just Ryan Reynolds in everything for the most part.
There's too much Ryan Reynolds.
He gets paid a lot of money to Ryan Reynolds.
He's in too many things lately.
He did blow up after Deadpool.
Yeah.
But, you know, what are you going to do? I watched the same day as Everything Everywhere All at Once. I watched The Monster Squad.
Never heard of it.
Have you seen that? It's from the 80s. Like mid to late 80s. Like classic 80s adventure where you have like young kids or early teenagers and problems arise with like supernatural forces and only they can stop it.
Only they can solve
Like, they can't talk to their parents. They can't talk to the police. Only they can stop it. It's sort of like it's not really like Goonies-esque, but sort of like in that same thing.
Yeah, in that same vein.
Yeah, a little bit. The Monster Squad, like it's got Dracula, the Wolfman, fucking who else is in there? The Mummy, Frankenstein, and Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh yeah,
is in it. And I'd never seen it before, so I was thinking like this Monster Squad movie was gonna be like an Avengers type team up between all the monsters, and they were gonna like go Monster Squad up and go do some stuff. It was recommended. I watched it with somebody, but it was interesting. It was like wasn't expecting it. It was very 80s, and at one point, Wolfman got blown into smithereens. Like he jumps out of this window and just gets exploded, but it wasn't a silver bullet, right? So naturally he starts coming back together. And not only did Wolfman get put back together, but like all his clothes and his belt and his shirt got put back together too. And I just thought that was kind of funny. Like they literally show him in pieces. Yeah. Like there's a hand here, a leg there. It's all bloody and shit. Like very graphic. I wasn't expecting that. But like, and then it shows him getting put back together, and it's like all his clothes are back together in one piece. His pants, his belt are all back together. Like it all went back together. But it was fun.
Get put back together.
It was a fun watch. So, what's your next one?
Gladiator.
Nice. We were gonna watch that movie night like a month ago.
Pretty good.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah,
he's supposed to be a Spaniard, but he's clearly from Australia.
Right.
Like that kind of breaks down.
He's fighting around the world.
They're like, "Are you the Spaniard?" He's like, "Oh yes, I am Spanish. I'm a Spaniard. That's right."
And then you got
making movies, making songs, and fighting around the world.
Exactly.
Today, me and Tugger, we're gonna fight cancer. Come here, you no good cancer. Tugger, no.
It's been forever since I've seen that episode, but it always stuck with me.
Yeah,
with Russell Crowe.
I always just thought it was funny that they keep calling him the Spaniard in the movie, but he's fucking Australian.
I'll pull this closer a little bit.
And he makes no effort at all to hide his Australian accent.
Yeah.
He's like, "Look at me, I'm Australian."
And then you got Joaquin Phoenix in there too,
Phoenix.
Who's such an asshole, such a dick, such a fucking evil motherfucker.
Yeah, you're really rooting.
He plays
for him.
it so well though.
Yeah, you're really rooting for him to get his comeuppance.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're just waiting for it. But yeah, that movie was epic.
Pretty
I have
good,
like this weird memory of watching that movie at my dad's house. It was like one of the first like sort of like rated R movies that I got to watch with like my dad and my stepmom. It was like
Nice.
this epic film, and like motherfuckers are getting their limbs chopped
Yeah,
off and stuff.
dude.
And he's like, "Are you not in a
All
town?"
kinds of
Yeah.
brutal fucking scenes and shit. Brutal
Good flick.
fighting scenes.
Good flick. I watched Ghostbusters Afterlife with Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
It's the newest Ghostbusters movie. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No.
The only thing I was a little iffy on, and spoilers in 5, 4, 3. It's
You're nodding your heads.
Wayne's World reference. Is they brought back Harold Ramis from the grave, more or less, as a ghost, and you see his spirit and his it looks like him. It was very sweet and everything how they did it. It was all very tasteful.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I heard people who love the original
Yeah,
or whatever.
I'm
they
a
really
big
like
fan
this.
of the original movie, and I like the Ghostbusters 2. Okay, you know what I mean? It's not. I don't like it more than the first one.
How about the woman one?
That one was like a miss. Like you have all these hilarious actresses in it.
Yeah.
And
What was it?
I think
McCarthy?
Melissa McCarthy, Kate McKinnon. I can't remember her name. She's hilarious.
From SNL.
Yeah.
Fuck. I love
the
her.
blonde-haired
Yeah.
chick. Oh,
I
she's in
can't think of her name.
She's in MacGruber.
Yeah.
She's in all kinds of shit. Fuck,
She's
I'm
in
blanking.
Paul.
Yeah, she's fantastic. Like they're all really funny.
God, I fucking know her name, but
I think where they fucked up and they went wrong with that Ghostbusters movie is they made it like a total reboot and had no connection to the original Ghostbusters films at all.
Kristen Wiig.
I can't believe I forgot that. Like if they would have just like maybe tied it in to the originals and been like, this is Bill Murray's daughter, or this is like, such and Dan Aykroyd's daughter, and like made it in the same world where like they're taking up the mantle of the Ghostbusters, like it probably would have been fucking all right, but they didn't do that for whatever reasons unknown. But I don't think it deserved as much hate as it got. I didn't think it was that terrible, but yeah. Also, I watched Star Trek: The Wrath of Khan.
Boo.
Fuck you, Kevin.
Nerd. No, I'm kidding.
It's from 1982, man. It's got it's Captain Kirk and Spock.
Yeah.
And Khan, like when we do like it was Khan's thing, or Khan. And that's from that movie.
Those cans.
That movie holds up, dude. I fucking love that movie. It's good.
Right on.
And then that's it. Other than the other two movies that we
I watched
talked about
The Fisher King. You know what this is?
Heard about
Jeff
it.
Bridges and Robin Williams.
Are you sure it's Jeff Bridges?
Yeah, it's not Jeff Daniels. But yeah, he's like a radio host, and something he says ends up like a tragedy is committed, I guess, because of something he said to someone who called in or whatever. And then and like Robin Williams is like this homeless guy, and he's trying to help him because he was his wife died in that tragedy.
Dude, I just heard about this movie. I was talking to somebody about Robin Williams movies recently, and they brought that movie up.
Yeah,
and so I heard about that.
Fisher King. It was alright. It's alright. And then I watched.
Put that on a movie list to watch.
Watched Barbarian.
Was it good? I've been wanting to see that.
It was good, dude. For a horror movie, I'm like, I'm not super horror.
Justin Long, not
Justin
medium,
Long.
not short.
Yeah, dude. It was fucking wild, dude.
It's on HBO.
Yeah,
now?
it's on HBO right now.
Yeah,
It was worth it. I was, in the spooky mood for Halloween season, so I ended up watching that.
Naturally.
And then I watched While We Were Young, which has Adam Driver and fucking Ben Stiller. Not great.
Not great. I'm gonna say Adam Driver and Ben Stiller.
Yeah, I know. That's what made me watch it, but it It just kind of sucked.
That'll happen.
It was like they're both like documentarians or some shit, and I don't know.
Sometimes you think like a cast is stacked in a movie and it just doesn't work for you.
Sometimes it's a miss.
Shit happens. That's life. Shit happens.
The last one is one that I missed on the last one.
This is a
last
leftover
movie. Yeah. I forgot because I had a whole list. Remember last time when we did one of these
You always
episodes,
have a whole list.
like a super long one, and I missed Call Me By Your Name. It's Timothy Chalamet and what's that dude? Armie Hammer. And it's super gay. Like literally.
Call Me By Your Name. Timothy Chalamet. I've heard his name recently. I think he was in
He's good, man.
Dune.
Yeah,
I
that's
haven't watched it yet. I love sci-fi, so I've been like interested. I know it's a book series and all that stuff. And then Armie Hammer.
Yeah.
I think he's most known for being in that bomb with Johnny Depp called The Lone Ranger. He was in that, I guess.
Right now he's known for fucking for like his fetish and shit, or like he's like he got canceled or something for some reason.
For being a bad actor?
He was like telling he was like texting women about how he wanted to like strangle them and like eat them or something, like cannibalize them and shit. And just,
yeah, they
as like a fetish or something.
Yeah, they
but
genuinely don't like cannibalism as a fetish. Just on the whole, like, hey, you're not like, hey, how you doing? Hey, I really like to cut your hand off and eat it. If you're into that kind of thing, I got some saws in the back.
Armie Hammer. What
is that his real name?
What a stupid name.
Is that his real name or just an actor name?
I don't know.
Armie Hammer.
Armie Hammer.
Like, what the fuck were his parents thinking, dude? Like,
yeah, like baking soda.
Hey, Armie, come over here. It's time to eat. Armie.
Yeah, it was super gay. They're like gay for each other.
His dad was
he's
probably
like,
super cool with
Chalamet is like supposed to be 17 years old or something in this movie.
There's all kinds of weird shit going on.
Yeah. He like jizzes in a peach or something, and then Armie Hammer's about to eat it or something.
What is this, Van Wilder?
No, not quite.
Okay, yeah, okay. Well, I won't be making my way to that.
Hey,
I'll probably skip that one.
Check it out.
Probably skip that one.
It's not a bad movie. It was
You
alright.
said it sucked.
No, I didn't. I said it was gay because it was gay.
Oh, well, like
Super
isn't
gay.
like
It's about
is a like a homoerotic like love story like Brokeback Mountain?
Yeah, which I haven't seen yet.
I heard it's really good. I haven't watched it.
Yeah, maybe I should pick it.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, I like Jake Gyllenhaal and I like Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd watch them get it on.
Get it
for
on.
an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Butt pirates.
I heard it like really makes you cry. It's like really, really tragic.
Yeah.
Good job, Sadie.
Yeah.
Good job, Sadie girl. You walked by the light and you didn't knock it
Sit,
over this
Ubu,
time.
sit. Good dog. Anyways, shall we get into these movies or what?
Let's jump into it.
Should we talk about us?
Yeah, we should really spend time talking about you and I at first, just to communicate and get over it. You know what I mean? So we should talk about us first.
Yeah. What is this? 2019 horror thriller.
Was it
written and directed by Jordan Peele.
I know, man. Like, I really loved Get Out. We covered Get Out last year.
Yeah.
Or earlier this year, we did Get Out.
Yeah.
I saw Nope a few months ago. Went to the movies.
Me too.
Saw Nope. I enjoyed it. Didn't like it as much as Get Out.
Right. I feel the same.
But with Us, I gotta say,
bad movie.
Didn't enjoy it.
It's not good.
Not at all. Like, I really was like, wow, this is a bad.
It's not great.
This was a bad pick, and I was like, am I not getting it?
But it's cool to like still pick movies that you haven't seen.
Right,
sometimes,
I hadn't seen it, but I was like, am I not?
But sometimes
am I not getting it?
It's a miss.
Yeah, you mentioned it was written, directed, produced by Jordan Peele, starred Lupita Nyong'o, which she's a great actress.
Sure.
She's in all kinds of shit. She was great. She was in 12 Years a Slave.
Right.
That fucking movie, dude. fuck. Winston Duke. He's great. He's in Black Panther. He plays M'Baku.
He's not great in this movie.
This movie's not great. I don't blame this guy.
I thought some of the acting kind of
feel
sucked in this movie.
Well, you know what? Some of that falls on the director and the writing.
Sure.
This guy's a good actor. He seems like a good fucking guy. He plays M'Baku.
M'Baku.
In the Black Panther movies. You probably haven't seen him. You're not in the superhero
Isn't there a new one?
world. Yeah, it comes out next week. I'll probably go see that. Black Panther 2.
Also, Elizabeth Moss.
And Tim
Heidecker.
From
Tim and Eric.
Oh.
Which I never watched that show. It
heard
always
of that.
seems so ridiculously stupid. I never watched it.
The film follows Adelaide Wilson, Lupita Nyong'o, and her family who were attacked by a group of menacing doppelgangers.
Yeah.
Which that's fairly accurate.
Yeah.
You got any?
And they talk all weird like,
What are you doing? I went there and you went there. I am everywhere. I know, man. I was like, man.
it's fucking...
Dude,
it's a weird choice.
I was like, you know what I mean? I was in a good state of mind to watch this flick. I was all ready to fucking go.
Mm-hmm.
Had a couple hams.
Yep.
Had a ready to go.
Yep.
And I was like, not feeling it.
No, dude. I couldn't wait for it to be over.
It had me at the beginning. I was like, the kid wanders off.
I know.
Shit
She's like,
happens.
stay right here, don't move. And then like 2 seconds
Two
later.
seconds later, like it
wanders
walks
right up.
completely out of the the opposite way.
While the
down
dad's
some stairs,
playing whack-a-mole.
Yeah, down some stairs while the dad and the mom are clearly having some type of discussions, arguments. Like he's maybe not around very much. She's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I just want to like be with my daughter and win her some stuffed animals."
Right.
She's like, "Well, you're not doing a good job."
She wins the Michael Jackson
She's
T-shirt.
like, "Watch your
Thriller.
kid." Yeah. And then she's like, "Don't go anywhere." And she's like, "I'm immediately going to go somewhere." And she like walks
It was literally
way
2
far
seconds
away, down some stairs into the creepy like fun house.
Yeah. It was like a Vision Quest.
And then some
fucking
traumatic
movie.
shit happened to her, and then when you find out later during the twist, you know what happens, but you kind of piece it together before you get there.
Yeah, we're probably gonna spoil this movie.
We're gonna spoil the shit out of it.
Anyways, it has a 93% tomato meter.
I think they're just lying.
Yeah.
I think they feel obligated to give this movie a high score. I don't know. I mean, I thought about pulling up on YouTube like some videos. I was like, maybe I missed it. Maybe it just went over my head, but I didn't make it that far.
Yeah.
But I would be interested to see what kind of, if there's some deeper shit going on. But you got any taglines?
Well, the audience score was 60, by the way.
Oh, so
which is
okay.
lower.
That's about where I would be.
1
50, 60.
tagline. We are our own worst enemy.
Sure, that's true.
We're our own worst
We are our own
enemy.
worst enemy. We get in our own fucking way all the time. Let me tell you about it. That's the story of my
And the
fucking
thing,
life.
like, it's weird how the mixture of horror and comedy in this movie, like
it was kind of funny.
Why? Yeah, why was it funny?
It wasn't very scary. It wasn't tense. It wasn't scary.
Yeah,
I didn't feel any ounce of like anything other than like, why is this happening?
I don't know. Man.
But okay, so had a budget of $20 million.
Dollary dues.
How much money do you think it made at the box office, Kevin?
Probably did pretty well, huh?
Well, it did do well. $20 million budget. How much do you think it made?
100.
You're lukewarm.
Higher, lower,
Higher.
higher, fire.
$255 million.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, that's a fucking hell of a return.
Yeah,
Like that.
yeah,
movie,
dude.
That movie fucking cleaned up, dude.
Cleaned up
It fucking cleaned the fucked
for
up.
as shitty as it is.
I know, man. I really wanted. I was like between Get Out and Nope. I really had higher expectations for it, although I had heard it was not that great from a reliable source,
Mm-hmm.
and then it turned out that it was not that great.
Not
I'm just gonna be honest. Just being honest here.
I thought it was funny when the kid said, "Kiss my anus."
He did say that. Well, he had the.
They were like, he's like, it's not a bad word.
He's like, I'm like, first of all, I'm more upset that you used anus.
Right.
Like, and I'm like, I would be that way too. Like, why is my 9-year-old using that?
I mean, so yeah. I mean,
my only notes were not enjoying it. Not enjoying it.
It did have like some creepy, like the first whenever the family showed up outside, like, and then like
when they were in the darkness in the driveway, sure,
yeah, and then like
and then they
made a noise or whatever, and the kid starts crawling
all
off.
kind of disperse.
Yeah,
they go different ways.
That part was a little creepy.
I did like who is his name, Winston M'Baku. I'm just gonna probably call him M'Baku because he's fucking great.
Sure.
And in the Black Panther movies. Yeah, Winston Duke. He's like all-American dad. You know, that classic sort of all-American dad jokes.
Mm-hmm.
He's there to have his family go on vacation. He's doing all these things. But he's like...
boat and shit.
He he rents the boat that's like falling apart and shit.
Yeah.
I really did like him in this movie. I did like him in this movie.
I thought...
But when he goes outside to like talk to them, he's like, "Y'all better go," and he's like, and then he goes in and gets the bat, you know. And I'm like, and then all that, and then he gets cut up. But he goes on like a journey, like he's put in like a body bag and cuts himself out and attacks his doppelganger, and
right. So it's basically like
they never explain, spoilers. We've already spoiled it, but they never explain the doppelganger thing. Do they? There's just an underground sanctuary.
They said that they were created by humans or something.
I know, but really, they don't really tell you why.
No.
They're just there, like down there.
So it's like
Doppelgangers.
their quote-unquote shadow self.
We're your shadow self.
And then all these shadow people want to untether themselves from their surface walking doppelgangers.
Lupita Nyong'o, her shadow self was like, and then the woman met a good guy and had a family.
That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, thank you. And then that whole thing happened, and then the daughter doppelganger was like
always smiling
and she could run super fast because they said that the original daughter could run super fast if she wanted to, but then she couldn't, but then the doppelganger could run fast. And then the little boy doppelganger had like a mask on
because he burned
himself up, and
his face was all burnt.
And they were sitting in a closet together trying to light a match and shit. And yeah, dude, I don't fucking know, man. Like
fucking weird movie.
Was it though?
It was weird.
They had like the other family.
I'm not saying it was good.
They had the other family that they were there with.
Tim Heidecker.
They didn't really get along
with.
And they fucking got smoked.
Yeah.
Pretty brutally.
Yeah.
Like they got brutally killed.
Pretty quickly.
And then it turns out that there's this whole underground thing of doppelgangers, and they rise up and they start taking over the entire fucking world all around the country.
They're doing like hands across America for some reason.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were all. I mean, you would have thought they were protesting. You know what I mean? Like world hunger or something. You know what I mean? Or like carbon emissions or save the trees. But it wasn't anything like that. And then there's just kind of this cat and mouse game going on between the two families. And
whenever the dad was fighting the dad doppelganger.
Yeah, the doppeldad?
Yeah,
fighting doppeldad?
Daddleganger. But they were on the boat and shit, and he like hits him with the bat or something and knocks him off. And then the motor just kicks on and like the boat flies.
Yeah.
I was like, that's kind of comical. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because he already had troubles with this boat because of the motor it just worked when it wanted to or whatever, and that ended up happening whenever they were fighting. I thought that was why is it comical like that?
I don't know, man. I didn't know what the fuck was going on in this movie, dude, through most of it. I mean, I knew what was going on, but I was like, why is this happening? I don't understand.
Yeah.
This is a miss for me.
It's not a good premise, I
was
guess.
like, did I miss something? Did I miss it?
No, you seem to.
Like, Get Out, good. Nope, decent. I'll go as far as to say Get Out was really good. I really enjoyed Get Out. Like that was good as fuck. This one was a miss.
Definitely.
It was a miss.
We're on the same page.
Yeah.
There. I wrote down Elizabeth Moss is not cute enough to be such a bitch.
Talking about the white chick.
Yeah.
She was in the Invincible Man movie. Did you see that?
No.
It was like a reboot of the Invisible Man. Came out a few years ago. It's pretty decent, actually.
She's a Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Sarah watched it.
But she's in a movie called I don't know if they called it The Invisible Man, but I watched it a few years ago. This guy has a suit and he's the Invisible Man, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, decent movie. Sadie, what do you think?
What do you think?
Riveting.
Riveting stuff.
Thanks, Sadie. You're so cute.
Frank.
Oh,
Sadie the dog. Let's see, what else did I
They
write?
really could have used you in this movie, Sadie.
So all these doppelgangers, they all dress the same.
They're all wearing like
red fucking suits,
burgundy red suits, and they all have scissors.
Have a glove. They all have scissors.
Yeah, it's like where did you find all these scissors?
I know.
And where did you find all these gloves and clothes?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
And then at the end of the movie, spoiler on spoiler alert, you come to find out that when little Lupita Nyong'o was a child, when she was told to stay with her daddy, she wandered off. She went to the creepy, fun house. Inside the fun house, she came upon her doppelganger. Her doppelganger knocked her out, took her to the underground sanctuary with all the other doppelgangers and switched places with her.
Yeah, and how does that doesn't even make sense.
Well, then they flash back. They're like, she hasn't talked a whole lot since the whole incident happened. She doesn't. They say the doppelgangers don't have a soul.
Right.
But I'm like, well, she fell in love with this guy and had kids and clearly cares about them. Like, I think she probably has a soul.
That's what they said. They said something like,
they were born without a soul.
They could duplicate bodies, but not the soul, or something like that.
Yeah, but why? They never explain that. It's just it's a thing that's happening, and you're just like, all right, I'll just roll with that.
Yeah, and then I don't know. It's just weird how the kids were all cool with just murdering people at some point. They were just.
I mean, if somebody's trying to murder you and your family, you're gonna murder back.
And then, like, another comical thing was whenever the dad tried to shoot the flare at the guy,
and it didn't do anything. Yeah, and then he had to just like go hand-to-hand combat with him in the boat. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Let's see if I got anything else. They're all like talking about how I killed this many and I killed this many or whatever.
They're keeping kill counts.
Like, I killed myself and I killed this person.
Yeah, the dad was like, he's like, I killed myself and I killed this one. I mean, I appreciate it. Keeping the kill counts.
There's a way to do comedy horror, but I feel like this one didn't mix very well. Like,
the other movie is how you do comedy horror.
Yeah, for sure.
And romance. It's like a romance too. I mean, they do all three.
It's a triple threat.
Triple threat, indeed. Very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot.
I think that's probably about
more to say about it, really.
Some of the acting sucked. I put down.
It was like, I don't know. Maybe I just missed it. I kept thinking that while I'm watching. I'm like, am I missing it? Is it going over my head? Is there some detailed 20-minute long YouTube video that deep dives into the minutia of why this movie is brilliant? And I just am too stupid to figure it out right now.
Yeah, fucking 93%. Are you
Yeah,
kidding
like
me?
what the fuck? Am I?
Are you high?
I mean, I was. But
I meant these fucking movie critics.
I mean, I was like, what the fuck?
And so like the twist was that they traded places, right?
Yeah.
And
At the end of the movie, the mom looks over to the kid, and the boy, he like knows.
yeah,
He's like looking at his mom like,
but
you ain't the real one. And she's like, she looks at him, she like smiles ever so slightly.
mm-hmm.
And I
But
can
it,
just
like-
see like Jordan Peele as the director be like, smile, but like less than smile. But like, you know that you know, and he knows that you know, but like,
I don't think it makes sense
Smile.
that they switch places because, like, what about when she was explaining what happened? You know, like the one that dog. How she was explaining how all
how
the,
she was scared and all this stuff. Yeah, it's
just
like
how the
maybe it was like
all the doppelgangers were made and shit. How would she know if she was the switched one?
Yeah, it was like repressed memories or something like
And
that.
then why would she be working with the evil family?
I don't know, Kevin, why you would do this.
There's a lot of plot holes in this, I
I
feel like.
don't understand this movie.
And I'm not, like, smart enough to
She fell in love
Flush
with the
'em out.
prince, and they had a boy
to
and
really
a girl.
dissect them.
Yeah, this one was a miss.
Yeah,
I mean, that'll happen sometimes. Shit happens, man. Sometimes
indeed.
you fucking
Shit
you
does
miss.
happen.
You fuck up.
So where do you sit?
I'm going 5.
5?
I give it a 5
That's a
out of
lot.
10. I mean, I'm being generous. This is
That
5,
is generous.
middle of the road. 5 out of 10.
I'm like 4 or less even.
I know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'll get around and I'll like YouTube search a deep dive, and maybe I'll watch it and I'll have a new appreciation for its
Hear someone explain.
new.
like,
Yeah, like somebody smarter than me break it down about how it's a good flick. But right now, I don't fucking get it.
Yeah. Agreed. We're on
I
the
don't
same
fucking
page.
get it, man.
Well, there you have it, folks.
There you go.
We talked about us.
Usually we're like, hey, watch the movies, but this time, like maybe you don't. Maybe when you have nothing to do one day, you're bored and you have an hour and 45 minutes to kill.
Right.
Pop it in. But don't be mad at us if you don't enjoy it. We told you.
We warned you.
We warned you that it ain't that good.
Alrighty then. Should we move right along then?
Sure.
Moving right along to a fucking fantastic movie
To a classic.
I enjoyed so much rewatching. I've seen it plenty of times. Shaun of the Dead.
I think I watched it last October. That
Really?
was the last time. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's been some years for me.
See, it came out in 2004. So I remember my buddy Nate, old friend, having that movie, and it would have been like 2005. He was like, "You want to watch this movie called Shaun of the Dead?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." And then it became just a staple.
Oh, we forgot to grab the DVDs and
Oh, I got that.
read the thing.
If you want to take a break,
We don't have to,
I gotta
I
take a
mean-
break anyway. Really,
Sure, if
if
you
you
want,
want to put a pause.
we could do that.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Be right back after these messages. And we're back.
And we're back. We hope you enjoyed that commercial about 4 hymns.
Mm-hmm.
If you're having problems in the bedroom, you don't need to go
Get
to
your
a
dick
doctor.
pills.
Free online consultation.
Yeah.
Hey,
No doctor.
Yeah. And is that the same thing that helps you regrow your hair on the top of your head? I
I don't remember.
know.
Blue Chew. That's the dick pill one.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. Whatever.
Grab a ham's full.
Give him a hand, everybody.
Give him a ham.
A hand of hams. So yeah, we're back to talk about Shaun of the Dead,
Shaun of the Dead.
a movie that holds a special place in my heart.
It does. I was like remembering. I watched the DVD. I got it right here. And the preview that I remember watching was Unleashed. Did you ever watch that with Jet Li?
Nuh-uh.
It was pretty good. I remember watching it back in the day. It was a preview on this sidebar. Good flick. Shaun of the Dead. Shall I read?
Sure.
Get ready for a gut-busting, bone-mashing good time and the hilarious horror comedy, Shaun of the Dead. There comes a day in every man's life when he has to get off the couch and kill some zombies. When flesh-eating zombies are on the hunt for a bite to eat, it's up to slacker Shaun and his best pal Ed to save their friends and family from becoming the next entree. Satisfy your bloodthirsty appetite with the movie that masters of horror and film critics alike are hailing as the funniest and scariest movie of the year. Novelist Stephen King, never heard of that guy before, gushes, it's a 10 on the fun meter and destined to be a cult classic. And Newsweek calls it Shaun of the Dead, quote, a bloody hoot. It's a screamingly hilarious zombie. You see what they did there?
Oh, I like
Zombie
that.
and comedy.
I like that.
Zombie.
A zombie.
Zombie. That will have you dying
With laughter.
Peter Jackson, producer, director of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, says, the most entertaining film I've seen all year, back when his opinion mattered, because he just came off the trill. All right, Sadie, chill out, man. Goddamn. Peter Travers at Rolling Stone calls it, keeps the blood and laughs gushing.
All right,
Peter, I agree. A smash hit romantic comedy with zombies.
With zombies.
That's pretty fucking accurate.
Is that the tagline?
Yeah, that's the tag.
Director Edgar Wright.
Not Edgar wrong.
Edgar correct.
We
got
correct. Director Edgar correct.
that is correct.
That is correct.
We got a whopping 92 tomato meter, 93 audience.
Oh wow.
Well deserved.
I would say so. Yes,
There was some other taglines I found too.
Don't mind my dog out there barking.
It's just one of those days when you're feeling a little ... dead.
Oh. Not good.
Here's another one. Buy milk, ring mom, dodge zombies.
Okay.
Let's see. There's a couple other ones, but some of them aren't good enough.
Dude, I feel like we talk about it almost every episode. Taglines are tough.
In a time of crisis, a hero must rise from his sofa.
Fair.
This September, aim for the head. Anyways.
Aim for the head? Yeah.
I didn't really write down notes just because I was enjoying the film so much.
2004.
But I'll tell you this. You got red on you.
I do have red on you, mate. Hello, mate.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. By the way, Shaun, you've got red on you.
I'm sorry,
He's like,
Shaun.
why don't you get your mother some flowers and not those cheap corner store? You got red on you.
No. I'm sorry, Shaun.
For what? No.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, Shaun. I'll stop doing it when you stop laughing. The movie stars Simon Pegg as Shaun, a downtrodden salesman in London who is caught in a zombie apocalypse.
Simon gets
with his friend Ed.
Nick
Co-stars Kate Ashfield, Lucy Davis, Dylan Moran, Bill Nighy, and
Bill Nye?
Penelope.
Shit.
I didn't see him in there. I thought maybe he's a cameo. They're just like, Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill Nye, the science guy. It's the first installment in the Three Flavors Cornetto trilogy, followed by Hot Fuzz and The World's End, which I have not seen. The World's End. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I watched it.
I have not seen
a
that.
long ass time ago when
it's
it first came out.
2013. Yeah, it's been almost 10 years.
I don't think I liked it that much.
Dude, this movie is 2004.
I know, it's damn
2022,
near, damn near
man.
20 years old.
What the fuck, dude? That's not cool, man. It had a budget of $6.1 million. And it made $30 million. Which, not that much, but I think where it really kicked into gear was on DVD.
Yeah, we both own it on DVD.
Yeah, that's where the movie really fucking kicked into gear.
Yeah.
Was all the DVD sales. Yes, sir. It's ranked third on on the British list, Channel 4 list of 50 greatest comedy films. It's ranked third. And it's quote-unquote a cult following. So, whatever you want to take away from that. I forgot to read reviews for the last one, but I'm guessing that either they're really good, people are like, oh, this movie was great, or people are like us and like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
The fuck?
God, such a funny movie. And like, I don't know. Comedy horror is kind of a fun genre. I know you're not a big fan, but Club Dread was always one of my.
I didn't like that one.
That one's good.
I love the Broken Lizard movies, but Club Dread was a fucking miss for me. Maybe it deserves a rewatch.
Probably. I'll pick it eventually.
Nev Pierce reviewing the film for the BBC British broadcast channel, just to be clear.
Right. Not a big black cock.
Not a big black cock. Called it a side-splitting, head-smashing, gloriously gory horror comedy that will, quote, amuse casual viewers and delight genre fans. So pretty good review on that one. Really, there's not really any fun bad reviews of the movie. They're all pretty good. Sometimes the bad reviews are the funniest ones, where they just shred the movie.
Yeah.
They just rip it apart. But these are all pretty good. So, yeah, what do you know? Player
2 has entered the game.
Don't you got work?
Player 2 has left the game. Yeah, so they're buddies. They live together. And it's funny how, they're sort of just missing everything at the beginning of the movie. Like, there's a lot of shit going on, like zombie activities.
Yeah.
And they're kind of just...
it's all happening in the background.
Right.
Like when he's changing the channels and stuff, it's like when he's at work and he's changing the channels, it's telling you what's happening. Like each channel you change.
Yeah.
There's funny little bits like that. Even at the beginning when he wakes up and walks to that corner store.
Yeah.
He sees the kid. He's like, "You're dead," and all the same things that happened in that opening scene, they redo after the morning after the zombies attack him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's so tired and hungover that he doesn't realize that.
Yeah, because they got after it.
Fucked up.
They went to the Winchester and got smashed that night.
Yeah, his fucking girlfriend broke up with him, and he went and got hammered.
Liz, who's very hot.
Liz is hot.
She's super cute.
Her friend's hot too, I thought. I liked her.
She's got a big
no
forehead.
Shame. You don't like women
like a bulb head.
You don't like women with big forehead, dude? A woman with a big forehead, man, that just means you can just rest on that motherfucker. I don't know. But she's cool. I like when they're arguing, Shaun and Liz are arguing, and she's like, You don't want to. She's like, we'll go out with your friends. He's like, my friends, the people you call a failed actress and a twat. He's like, I did not call her a failed actress, because he hates the guy who did call him a twat.
Yeah, because he's kind of in love with
Liz. Yeah.
He is kind of a twat.
He is a twat in this movie. Yeah, there's a lot of British English lingo going on in the movie, which is kind of fun. And, it's fucking just a good fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
Good fucking good flick.
They're all fucking in the middle of the night just rapping. They got the DJ, the fucking... the record player going, and they're just playing the electronic music or whatever.
I like it when Ed's like, "You want to dance? Not now, you hoe." And he's fucking. And then the rumor comes down. The fucking roommate comes down. He's like, "It's 4 in the fucking morning."
He's like, it's Saturday.
It's Saturday. No, it's not. It's fucking Sunday, and I gotta be at fucking work at 6 a.m. because fucking everybody's cold and sick. I don't know. I told you about that before we recorded.
What happened to your hand?
They filmed that whole scene. Instead of the guy saying fucking, he said funking.
Funky.
So that way when the movie's showed on TV later, it would still be kind of funny because he's saying funking. He's like, it's 4 in the funking morning. They filmed that whole scene again just to do that.
It's pretty awesome.
And Ed and him don't get along.
Right. Why you always sticking up for him?
He's like, he's listening to fucking techno, mate. He's like, it's not techno, it's electro, prick. Yeah, he's like,
that's the second album I ever bought.
He throws out, that's the second album I ever bought. He does ask him, like, he's like, I don't know. He's like, what happened to your hand?
Mugged.
He's like, I got mugged on the. He's like,
couple of crackheads.
He's like, who would mug you? He's like, I don't know. I didn't stick around to ask them. Which that guy, he's in Guardians of the Galaxy. He's a little cameo in Guardians of the Galaxy. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
Where he's like, in Guardians of the Galaxy, they're scanning like Star-Lord and all the people in, and that guy is like, what a bunch of a-holes. I don't know. Just a little fucking tidbit in there for you.
Titbit.
Yeah, Shaun's going nowhere in his life. It crushed me though when Shaun was at work and that younger guy is talking to him at work. He's like, you old. And he's
he
like,
really cuts deep on him.
Yeah, he's like, you old. He's like, I'm 29.
He's like, how old are you? 20, 21? 17.
17. He's like, I'm 20. He's like, oh, I'm 29. I'm like, fuck.
But what does he say? He said something about what he's gonna do something with his life. He's like, when?
Yeah, he's like, when? I'm like, this dude's 29. I'm 33, man. Like, fucking lay off, please. I was like 16 when I saw this movie for the first time, and now I'm 33.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Of all the Simon Pegg, Nick Frost movies, I think this is probably the best one.
Yeah, I mean, Paul was fun.
Paul is probably the second
Paul's
best.
Fun. I do like Hot Fuzz. I enjoyed Hot Fuzz. I remember going to the movie theater to watch that when that came out. Have you seen Hot Fuzz?
Yeah.
Because I remember going to the theater and not liking it all. Like I mean, it was okay, but then watching it a few times afterwards, like over the years gone by, and like appreciating it more.
Yeah, I probably gotta give it another watch.
It's worth another watch for sure.
But Paul is awesome with Kristen Wiig. And Seth Rogen.
I love
as
her.
the alien.
Yeah, he was the alien.
And Jason Bateman was also in there, and some other people.
I like all throughout the movie, Ed's always like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
like shit's going bad and stuff, and he's like 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
2 seconds. He's taking pictures.
Oh yeah.
And whenever he pushes the lady in the backyard through the fucking
the pole in the ground,
pole, and it's coming out. And she stands up, and you see him, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And he starts like slowly, like
rewinding
the camera,
the disposable camera,
knocks it out of his hand. And they're sitting inside. Classic. He's like, "I don't know what to do. It's all engaged." He's like, "Call a fire engine." He's like, "It's engaged, Ed. It's engaged." He's like, "Are they still there?" He walks over, opens the blinds. He's like, "Yep." And then he closes the blind again.
Or when he's trying to call Liz, and he's like, she's engaged. He's like, engaged. Already,
yeah. Well, to back up about that, he's like, who called? He's like, Liz rang about this. Your mom rang about that, and then your mom rang about me eating her out tonight.
Yeah.
She's like butter.
He does kind of sort of have a thing for his mom. It feels like.
And they he was supposed to reserve the seats or the table for dinner, and he doesn't. And she calls him while he's at work, and he's like, "For the record, I don't have a problem keeping work and life separate." and Liz is calling him. He's like, yep. She's like, did you get the table for tonight? Yep.
Yeah.
He's like, it's just Liz from corporate. No big deal.
Yeah, no personal business.
And then he doesn't.
Like
get the
buying
table.
flowers for your mom.
Do you want the lady at the desk, he's like, what kind of card do you want? For a wonderful mom or pow, super mom? He's like,
The first one.
I'll go with the first one. And then his dad is there. He's like, your dad's here.
He's
He's
not
like,
my
He's not
dad."
my dad. He's my stepdad.
It's been like 17 years they were together or something.
Yeah, he goes over there. He's like, you remember you're coming for your bi-monthly visit tomorrow. I wasn't gonna. You're gonna bring your mother some flowers this time. I was gonna. And not from some cheap corner store. I wasn't gonna.
Yeah. Just, oh, man. It's very fucking funny.
When they're gonna go, he hatches the plan to go get his mom. She's like, it's Philip. He's been bit. Him and Ed are like, oh, okay. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
We're coming to get you, Barbara. Which is like a throwback line from like the original Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, shit.
Like the original Dawn of the Dead.
That's fun.
Yeah, one of the characters in the movie is like, we're coming to get you, Barbara. So that was like a nice little tie-in. And they also did like the, it's not really a montage, but like the rapid fire
Yeah.
changes, like where he's like brushing his teeth, flushing the toilet,
Right.
making his fucking coffee and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They do that, which is like a horror movie, sort of a horror movie
Go
trope.
to the
which was
Winchester and wait for all of this to blow over.
fun. Winchester.
The Winchester?
The Winchester.
It's not a real gun. It is funny like how he wants to drive the car and shit, and
Yeah, the Jaguar. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He's driving it,
And
and
then,
he's
like-
like swerving over to like hit the zombie.
He
people and
crashes
shit.
the other car on purpose just
On
so they have to
purpose.
take the Jag.
Yeah. Just so he could take the Jag.
And then there's one part, I think it was when he goes to get Liz and that whole crew, and then they come back out of the apartment, and he pulls up and he like screeches up, and he gets out and he says, "What's up, N-words?" he throws out an N-word, dude.
Yeah, he does. And he's like, we're gonna go out here, just hit him on the head. And like by that time, Shaun's like,
yeah,
he's like got the hang of it
yeah,
already.
yeah. He's fucking crushing them.
Yeah, they're having him and Liz are having like
Removing the head or destroying the
relationship.
brain.
They're having like relationship issues where
Yeah.
she feels like it's not going anywhere, and they go to the Winchester every night and
Yeah.
all this shit, and then
She doesn't want to drink her life away at the Winchester.
yeah, the Winchester. Goddamn, Sadie.
Wu-Tang. Yeah, what else can we say about this movie, man? I just love it.
This is a fun movie. It's just a good time.
It's a good time.
At the end, Shaun grows up a little bit at the end, and him and Liz figure their shit out, and then they're
Mhm.
together. Unfortunately, spoilers alert, fucking Ed dies, the twat. He gets ripped
Well,
to shreds.
He becomes a zombie. He doesn't
gets-
die.
Yeah, he's kept in the shed. He goes out there
I
and
guess
plays
that's-
video games with him.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to go out the shed. She's like, all right, don't be out there all day.
Right.
He goes out there and starts playing some games. He's
And
like, it's
then-
like player 2 has entered the game.
What's also funny about it is how they use the zombies for like game shows and shit like that. Or
At
at
the end,
the
yeah.
end.
Like the lady's like, my boyfriend the zombie or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still my husband.
He's still
I
my
love him.
husband. I love him.
Yeah.
Well, also like
They're
like
pushing
the,
carts and shit too. Or
yeah,
something.
they found all these uses for the zombies
Yeah.
and shit. And then there was like the news anchors like, the little boy who had to kill his entire family. You know what I mean? Like it's his harrowing story coming up next. It's like this little kid had to kill his whole family that turned to fucking zombies.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's just a good fucking.
Where are we at?
It's a good time.
We're about an hour, so
Yeah.
where do you put it on the scale?
I'm gonna give Shaun of the Dead a good old 7.8.
All right, yeah, dude, I'm right there too. Like I'm at
7.8.
about an 8, bro. Like
Yeah,
this movie is fire.
Yeah. You just fucking dust it off after a little while, watch it, holds up.
I'm glad I waited a while to watch it again.
Yeah, I thought about
I
it.
waited a few years.
I
at
thought
least.
about it, and I had watched it around last Halloween is the last time I watched it.
Yeah, I really didn't think much about like a Halloween movie. That one just kind of popped in my head when we did the episode last time.
What was that, bass? White lies rolling through my mind.
When
All the while I think of you.
fucking Queen is on the jukebox and she's like, "Kill the Queen."
He's like, it's all random.
He's like, "What? Kill the jukebox, the music.
well, when he's like,
Kill the Queen."
when Liz broke up with him and they're all drinking, and he's like trying to make him feel better. He's talking about all the individual people in the bar and how they're
just
interesting and
making
stuff.
up stories and shit.
And then then Queen comes on. He's like, who fucking turned the? He's like, it's all random.
So random.
And then they call back that later. That's like a whole thing with like script writing and like writing in general is like usually a lot of the times you introduce something to then bring it back later as like
Bring
a
it back
callback.
around.
And
Yeah.
so then later,
like they do in stand up
like
sometimes.
later whenever the zombies have entered the bar and they're fighting them and they like get in sync with the pool cues.
Yeah.
It's
To the music.
It's the fucking Queen.
Having a good time. Having a good time.
Yeah. He's like also call back to the video game. He's like top left and he's like
Yeah.
shooting and reload. And
Reload.
Yeah, it's
I
just
told you it was a real gun. All right, but dogs can look up.
Yeah. Well, also when they meet, like they're almost like they're doppelgangers
Oh yeah.
with the other crew. And that guy, he was in that one of the guys in
the
that
second
crew.
guy
Yeah, her boyfriend.
was
He was in Hitchhiker's Guide to the
Right,
Galaxy.
right.
That guy, and he was in the fucking Hobbit movies, which fuck those.
I don't know. It's weird that he just had that little small part in
Little
this
tiny
movie.
part.
Didn't even really say anything.
No. But he even had like the other Ed with the same shirt on.
Yeah, just
and
staring at the
everything.
phone, just like,
He's like, hey, hello, mate.
Hey.
2 seconds. He's like selling weed and shit. Yeah.
yeah.
Hello, mate.
Shaun of the Dead, fantastic movie.
Good flick.
What are we gonna talk about next time, huh?
I got mine. You got yours?
Bum. Yeah.
You go first.
All right. Well, bringing it back around to another Tarantino,
Oh.
one that I feel like most people don't really talk about.
Is it Jackie Brown?
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's a good one, Sam.
So
Jack.
good.
I've only seen it one time, but it's been a while.
All right. Yeah, we're doing
I'm
Jackie
down for-
Brown,
I'm
dude.
down for Jackie
Pam Grier,
Brown.
fucking
Good for that.
De Niro and shit.
My movie is a racing theme movie. I haven't picked one of these yet.
Talladega.
It's not Talladega Nights,
I just watched that one.
although love that movie. This is Ford v Ferrari. It's on HBO Max.
Is that any good?
I've seen it once. I watched it maybe a year or so ago. It's got Christian Bale, Matt Damon, some other people in it, based on a
Alright.
true story. Good fucking flick. I was like, Rush, Ford v Ferrari. Rush has Thor and another guy in it.
Rush. That's
Yeah,
a
it's
movie.
it's called Rush. It's not. That was mine. It's not for rent. It's not Rush. Always hope for your discontent, and those changes aren't permanent.
Boom, 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 boom.
All changes. No, it's actually a race car movie. Oh, what do you say about this company is what you say about society. Anyway,
All right.
yeah, Ford v Ferrari, good
There you
flick.
have it. Ford v Ferrari
Yep,
and Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown Town, which I think is also on HBO. I
Nice.
believe. Could be wrong, but I'm
That's
not.
nice, mate. You know, you go on HBO Max, you watch a couple movies. You know what I mean? Just get on there.
Yeah, well, if you're still down, we're gonna watch the Weird Al movie
Weird Al Yankovic. Yeah,
right after this.
fucking bloody Harry Potter.
We'll talk about that next time a little bit
Harry Potter.
with Harry Potter. That's such a weird casting choice.
I think that Harry Potter's cool because he's been rich since he was 10.
Daniel Radcliffe is pretty awesome.
He
I
doesn't-
like him in a lot of things.
I like him because he just
Swiss Army Man.
Yeah, that one was fun. Like he doesn't need money.
With Paul Dano.
Yeah, that's like the only movie where I don't really just want to
That was before.
fucking punch Paul Dano in the fucking face.
That was before I really knew who Paul Dano was. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That was
like
before I seen him in anything else. You know,
yeah, that
really.
movie's fun. I just like that Daniel Radcliffe. He's been like, you know what? I've been rich since I was 10. I don't need money to do movies. I can just do whatever weird shit I fucking want to
Hell
do
yeah.
and do whatever the fuck I want.
Hell yeah.
And like, fuck you. He's got fuck you money. He's got that Harry Potter money.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, hopefully hopefully Weird Al doesn't
I
suck.
think it's got good ratings.
Well, so did us.
I've got good rating. No,
So does us. So,
we'll see, dude. I'm always been a big Weird Al fan for practically my whole life.
yeah, you showed me the poem you wrote about him.
Yeah,
It was very detailed and deep.
yeah.
I
I'll
was a little weirded out.
won't bring that up right now.
Yeah, we'll skip over that. So, till next time.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody.
Bye, bye,
Bye. I think that's super cute how she does that.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Moss is not cute enough to be such a bitch.